Hello friends, Nick here at
Studio.
Today we're going to be checking out a plugin by Brainworx called BX Meter. And the reason we're taking a look at a simple metering plugin is because it's on sale right now for Black Friday for 10 bucks. Oh yeah, so until November 13th, 2018. This plugin is on sale for 10 bucks. There's a couple other things that are on sale right now, but this is the one that I'm interested in this week. I've been eyeing this for a little bit. But I mean, do I really need another metering plugin? I got my DAW and I got other plugins that allow me to take a look at what's going on. But I did download the demo and I gotta say I really like what this metering plugin has to offer. Let's take a look at what it looks like with some audio running through it. I have a track here that I'm working on. It's not really mixed or anything. Right, pretty cool. Shows us quite a bit of information about the volume and the dynamics of our track that is playing through it, which I think is super handy. Let's take a look at what it's showing us. So up here we have the balance meter, and what this is basically showing us is whether the left channel or the right channel is louder than the other, and if they're equal balance, then we'll have the meter right in the middle, which is great. Next up is the correlation bar. Some of you are probably aware of what this tells you. If you're not, this basically shows you if what's happening in your track is in phase or out of phase. So towards +1 is what you really want. If it's going into the negative, then you probably have some phase issues that you might want to take a look at in your track. Cool. Next thing is we have our peak value, and then we have our RMS and our dynamic range. So what this is telling us is what the loudest volume hit with a transient is, so that's the peak. So we have a limiter with a ceiling of -1 dB, so nothing's going to go over that, so we see the -1 peak here. RMS will tell us the average energy or volume of the track that's playing. And then the dynamic range will kind of give us an idea of the volume differences between different sections and transients as it's playing. So if your dynamic range is really low, you're going to have a very fatiguing track to listen to. It means you've basically cut off all the transients, you've squashed your mix, and it's basically one solid block. And you might want that for certain sections, but if somebody's listening to an entire song like that, it's going to become really fatiguing to listen to the whole thing just because you're getting blasted with so many frequencies constantly at such a consistent volume, and nobody really enjoys that for lengthy amounts of periods. So the dynamic range of your track definitely is something to consider when you're mixing and mastering. You don't want it to be too low, you don't want it to be too high. This will give you a good idea of what's going on, and you could see that our dynamic range in this track was a little bit low, which makes sense because I haven't really done too much mixing or anything like that, so I haven't applied any compression or EQ, things like that, to help with the movement of the track or automation, volume automation. That'll make a big difference in the dynamic range between sections. And then moving forward, we have different listening modes that we can apply and different weightings for our meters here. So you can see I was switching through these as the track was playing, and it was kind of changing how the meters were reacting. And if you check out the manual, it will give you a quick idea of what the filters are doing. So filter A represents kind of how the human ear hears quieter sounds. Filter C is for loud sounds, and filter K is ITUR recommendations with the BS 1770-1 standard. and it emphasizes high frequencies above 1 kilohertz while attenuating low frequencies below 200 hertz. You can also hit this button here, the solo filter button, and that'll actually allow you to hear how the meters are being weighted by the different settings that you pick here. So let me show you, for example. You can hear that's already changed a little bit. Filter A. So it's quite drastically different how the meters are being affected by the source signal depending on how you set this. And then you can also have the meters here linked or showing your mid-side representation of the track, which are all really useful things to be aware of as you're mixing and mastering or working on a specific track. And then over here we have the left-right swap, so you can flip the stereo, the left and right signals to opposite sides, which is great if you're mixing and you're kind of not sure what's going on. Sometimes flipping the stereo field can give you a fresh perspective on what's going on with your sound. So that's really useful to have, and you can solo the left, the right, the mids, and the side as well. So overall, a lot of really handy features. It's nothing fancy, it's nothing incredible, nothing revolutionary really, but I feel the information that it provides me is really useful, really handy. It's big, it's clear, easy to read, and like that. And honestly, for 10 bucks, I can definitely see this replacing all of my other meters that I use, at least for my master track, 100% for sure. I would definitely be going over to their site and buying this after, because I mean, 10 bucks is 10 bucks, you can't go wrong. And I really like the information that it's displaying. I'm a huge fan of the Brainworx stuff in general, so I kind of had a feeling that I would probably have a positive experience with this, just like all of their other plugins that I have. They're really top-notch, really quality plugins. All the stuff at Plugin Alliance is really great. Definitely urge you to head over there and make an account. If you do, you get like 6 free plugins to use, which are all really great. And from there, you can, get hooked like I did. I think I own like probably 25 plus of their plugins, something like that. Gonna be like 26 after I buy this one. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So that's basically it for the BX meter here. Hopefully you found this video useful. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment or anything in the comment section below. Always much appreciated. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you soon on the next video. Take care.